It's always a happy moment when GPA can recommend what it is recommending today, Mr. Chair, and that is to propose to us two-step reduction of the LEAC factor to deliver immediate savings and relief to our ratepayers. No? The rate reduction stems from Okudu Power Plant's efficiency, uh, change in fuel prices, and again the overall plan, the implementation of the overall plans that is coming to fruition with the completion of the Okudu Power Plant by September, and in fact that if our request for an ECA amendment is approved, which is the next resolution. The first step is really to drop the LEAC from the current about 20.8 cents a kilowatt hours to 18.8 cents per 18.8781 cents per kilowatt hour, effective August 1st to August 31st. And again, and I'm going from there. The second step was to drop the LEAC to 13.5840 effective September 1st, 2025 through January 31st, 2026. Our request is such because, as we all know, we'll be filing the petition to the PUC, which includes both the reduction of the LEAC and also the adjustment increase of the base rate pay for the Okudu Power Plant, and the combination of the both will result in still savings to the ratepayers. And so, being that of course this abnormality of, or if you were conditioned as such that is 1 month difference, we thought we'll go ahead and take this opportunity to at least start providing the savings that we had hoped had wanted to provide on September 1st. Again, the Morgan Stanley is looking at fuel oil being around about $89-90 a barrel coming for the period ending January 31st. Oh, 89 $90 a barrel, yeah, which is good, and again it's been staying there and hopefully it stays there, but I will also show you later what could happen if it goes the other way. The good news is that and again the plan will show that everything that we've been doing is now to hedge and to keep this numbers around a certain range so that we don't go back to the 40 cents a kilowatt hour that we go to, and in fact Hawaii and others are still experiencing that. So so here again, just very quickly on the presentation on the LEAC, the fuel oil prices. This is for RFO. Again, it's been coming down and it's been just starting to level a little bit. It's kind of been staying there for the past 2 or 3 weeks. Next, the same thing with diesel, as you can see right here. Next, this is the power projection that is used by both, the required by the PUC protocol to base our assumption, base our projections on fuel costs. Next, or kind of levelized throughout the period. This is our LEAC. As we can see how high we went to about 30.1 cents a kilowatt hour to where it is 20. And again, it was at 26 on January 31st. We dropped it to 20.8 on February 1st. No? Next. The under recovery, as could be seen here now, is such that we'll be over recovering some money on ending July 31st. So now we'll balance that out with the rest of 2025. Our estimate with is that the over recovery will be about 1.7. So all the 40 some million dollars that we had fronted is now going to come even. Again, it was a step. We stepped it up in providing it to our ratepayers to alleviate the increases of prices. we have stepped it again in the recovery process. No? Next.
So JB, what's our over recovery at year to date since we're already at May?
It's about $1 million.
1 million.
So here's the with our proposal right now. Here it is, February to July. It's 20.8802. We're recommending to drop it to 18.8781 beginning August 1st, and then on September 1st to drop it to 13.58 for the fuel component of the bill. Of course, some of that, on the total bill, there'll be an adjustment, which is to increase the base rate to be able to pay for the new power plant, which is going to give us the 13 cents a kilowatt hour per kilowatt hour. No? Next. So what does it look in the average residential customer of 1,000 kilowatt hour? Again, on February 1st, we dropped it. The what do you call it? The bill went down to $306. On August 1st, it'll go down to about $286 for the average residential, which is about a 7% decrease on the total. 7% decrease, 6.54% decrease on the total bill. And then the September 1st, which is again 1 month after, you'll drop another $22 per month, which is an additional 7.78. So between now and then, we'll be dropping the total about for residential about 14, a little over 14 percent from where it is today. Next. For Schedule G, again, similarly, the percentages are, some are anywhere between 10 to 15% for all the rate classes. There's some difference, but everything is a decrease for all the classes. No, next. J classes, again, there's 14, almost 15%. Next. This is power P class, which is about 9, almost 9 some percent.
Yes.
Huh?
Hotel.
Yeah. Next. So again, that's the our proposal, Mr. Chair. And again, because it's August and September, we'll start give some back, and then so that September it is a happy moment for everyone, and the total bill is still lower with the adjustment of the rate, because again, we have to pay for the power plant to be able to get this savings. So the net result is from today about close to 15% savings on the total bill for the customers. Okay. I don't know where I don't think that's what I see. I'm not the president, but I'm telling you, yeah. No, we're not getting the world, the market, even maybe I'm sorry, he may be pointing to a particular area, but if you look at the benchmarks, which is WTI and Brent fuel, they're still around the 60. That's the unrefined product. So when you have a refinement of the product, the costs are higher. So, like for example, a $60 barrel WTI, in the benchmark, is resulting with us having an $89 a barrel fuel. So as that moves up or down, our 89 moves up and down, because all the other ones are shipment, refinement of the product from the crude oil. They refine that, and all has this no cost. So if it's talking about $60 some a barrel on the benchmark, that's for the raw crude. before everything else.
Yeah.
But it won't be. It'll never translate to $60 a barrel to
Well,
us.
but we're a little closer to the supply out here though.
Yeah,
Than
man.
if we bring it from the US.
Yeah, but it's a benchmark throughout the world. It's used. They call it the planogram benchmark. Everyone picks their fuel to that. Everyone that sells fuel, they peg it to that, and that's been
That's
consistent.
good to keep
Yeah.
an eye on there because, like I said, I think the prices of barrel going down, and it's nice that the U.S. is fighting towards a
Yeah.
lower rate. It's a big dramatic change from the last administration, but that was mentioned all throughout the news. We will be tasting some of those, blessings on our way, and it will change dramatically if the fuel cost goes down on these numbers.
Let me put this way. There was one time that the products went down to, if I recall, about $40 some a barrel, and that was like for a couple of weeks. That was after COVID, when the demand really went down, and then came back up. Under normal or even low price situation, what I've seen for us is somewhere around the $85 a barrel. But again, that 60 you're talking about has to go down to 50 or 40 before we get 85, because we have to pay for the shipment, and then we also have to pay for because the fuel we're using is a much cleaner and a much refined fuel. It's diesel fuel oil, not heavy oil. You can look at today. Our diesel fuel is about say 90, no? The heavy oil that we're buying for Cabras 1 and 2 is about $100 to $105 a barrel. It's always like a $15 to $25 differential between the heavy oil, which is the bottom after you refine all the products. That's the bottom that they sell, no? And that's which is supposed to be cheaper and everything, but in our case, because we are required to have clean air by US EPA, then that's where we're at. Okay.
Good, but the U.S. has a very high standard on the refining, but they seem to be pumping a lot, and the requirement to pump is very, very open right now. So there seem to be, things that's happening in the oil that it will go down in prices.
Yep, I hope so. I hope so. Yeah.
Thanks.
John, the proposed LIAC at 18 cents in August, and then the reduction to 13 in September. Which one of those are revenue neutral on the LIAC recovery?
Both of them are.
They're revenue neutral,
Yes.
so there's no over or under recovery.
At the end of the period.
Yeah, we're trying to levelize it. We're trying to be revenue neutral as possible.
So at 18 cents, you're neither under recovering or over recovering.
Yeah, that's the plan.
But currently we're over.
Yeah,
we're
That's
over
what you're
about-
saying.
you
about,
owe, yeah, because it's,
1.7.
Yeah.
you're right, because it's the period, August 1st through the 31st. So the dual plan of going to 18 and then to 13 will result with about, if I remember seeing about $400,000. Is it over, John, or under? Right, I think over, maybe right at
Revenue neutral.
yeah. So it's about revenue neutral at 400K. It's just a.
So we're gonna have a balance over recovery of roughly 2 million, 2.1 mil, right around September.
Yeah, but then we forecasted that out all the way to January 31st, because the difference is the Cabras 1 and 2 will continue to operate. We have to burn out all the RFO, and that's not going to happen until the end of December or first week of January. After that, then everything now will be just the efficiency and the lower cost of the fuel. So from the period February 1st to July 31st of next year, if everything else holds, and oil prices don't go up or whatever, we should see some adjustment again because the price.
Downward adjustment?
Yeah, because the efficiency, down, because the efficiency in cappers is costing more.
Right.
It's gonna go away, and then that production will be taken up by the new combined cycle, which is more efficient. So there will be some incremental adjustment again. If the prices don't jump the other way.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, John, walk us through the monthly base rate charge, because as I look through the schedules, right, starting on page 13, you look at the residential, the base rate will go from 15 to 20 on Schedule R. Schedule G is 14 to 19 dollars and 25 cents. Schedule J is 38 to 52, and then the highest jump I see is Schedule P, which is 60 to 80. So those are all the base rate requests, right? And that is going in together with the LEAC or separate from the LEAC?
Yes, those, the LEA we have to file separately because it's due.
Yeah,
next
that,
week,
that,
yeah.
and then the base rate is?
Yes, the base rate, we did an advertisement back in early February, around February.
Right.
Yes. So the requirement is 90 days. Within that, we also had to do the
April, May,
public.
June.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we also had to do the public notices and flyers. So we met the requirement. We also had to add it to the website notices. So we all did that last month. So since it's 30 days requirement, because of the 90-day requirement, we will be filing to the PVC petition in June 5th.
Now, the PUC then also will do their own public hearings?
Yes.
They have their own, okay.
Yes, the requirement is that the PUC have to do the village
Outreach.
Yes.
And we'll join them through that.
Yes.
process.
So that's why we're looking at September 1 as the projected start date for the base rate.
Because that's about the time we start paying for Kudu also. So that's why
Correct.
we're
Not,
adjusting.
notwithstanding the
Yeah.
request to start early.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions, colleagues? All right, next resolution.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The next resolution is related to authorizing GPA to amend the Ukudu Power Plant ECA agreement for